Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? We're back here on the Black Bear Great One grind. So as you guys have probably seen in the title, we're currently on a massive streak of getting diamonds pretty much every run. I'm hoping that's going to continue today. When I stopped playing last night, we had killed, I think, maybe 5 diamonds in 7 runs. So there's going to be a video on that for sure pretty soon. But I want to keep this streak going. Hopefully, we can continue the good luck streak. My gosh, I can't speak this morning. I haven't done any recording today, so my streaming voice isn't quite here yet. Does 308 AR have a penetration glitch? No, it doesn't. I have never had any issues with it. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? Hey, Jacob, Easton, Knox, Pioneer, Trippy, Snip, Blackhawk, Ducky, Jay Byrne, Lil Arrow, Braden, Daniel, Jarrett, Sammy, Tallboy, Jackson, Colatron. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing fantastically today. Well, hell, oh my gosh, when did all of these get here? This is so many females. Oh my gosh. So I deleted the zone up here on accident last night, and I didn't think it would make all the females come down here. This is a little insane. But basically, we're back to using the strategy that I used with Red Deer for a little bit, where we kill off all the big males for a few runs, and then a few runs after that, we'll kill off all the smaller ones to kind of get some more big males going. And it's been working pretty good. Been having a lot of luck, so we're going to continue that strategy and hopefully get some more results. How do I get so much diamonds? Just grinding a lot, DeLegends. Just grinding a lot. Yeah, that's definitely not normal, Cody. 3,200 with no diamonds is not normal. Not normal at all. Let me think. How many diamonds am I at now? I believe I'm at 13 or 14 diamonds. So roughly a diamond every 100 kills. Two level 1 males? Nice, little arrow. Those things are rare, man. No clue, Waffleo. Most of the time that just means they're moving to different locations. There's really nothing you can do to prevent it. If they're gonna move, then they're gonna move. You just have to adapt to the changes that your herds make and move around accordingly. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? Hey, Caitlin. Hey, Smash. Big flex? Wait, big flex on what? What flex? And no males here yet. Okay. I have noticed something very interesting. The bears up here at Two Fawns are not showing up as much as they used to. Like, I'm getting a few males here every once in a while, but it's mainly females now, which is really unfortunate. But, you know, I guess it is what it is. Yes, I've been to Sun Sister. I have no bears there. I was there a little bit ago, towards the end of my runs last night, and did not see anything. Oh! Ah! The streak continues. How's it going, buddy? Oh my gosh. I have yet to have a diamond at this lake. What a way to start the day. What a way to start the day. This strategy's been working so well for me. Going back to the shooting nothing but the big males and then shooting nothing but the littles and kind of alternating. Just like it did with Red Deer, it's producing lots of diamonds. What a start to the day. Let's attempt to get it to move. I don't even know where that's going to hit, but I think it hit near it. Yeah, there we go. Let's real quickly swap scopes. Come on, buddy. Turn the way we need you. Turn the way we need you. I know, Carter. I really hope the Great One's close. I mean, since we've got over 1,500 kills now, it's pretty rough that we haven't seen him yet. This thing is just barely over 300 meters. Provided he stands up on his back legs, we could actually get a good shot into him, I think. He's being kind of stubborn, though. He's being very stubborn, actually. Okay, stop walking. And then, actually, that should be good right there. Come on. Are you kidding me? That was not good. How was that not good? How was that not good? It looked perfect. I let it ever so slightly to compensate for the fact that it was moving. That still wasn't good. Uh-oh. That's not good. We might have just messed him up. Oh, we're gonna have to get another shot into him, I think. I mean, that might have actually been an okay shot. I don't know. Didn't that look good to you guys? That looked like a perfect shot. I'm actually not sure what happened there. No, I definitely didn't aim way too high, Jumper. It was roughly 320 away. I was 0 to 300. I aimed top of the lung. Should have sunk right into it. Maybe liver? I don't think it was liver. I think it would have died faster with a liver shot. It could have been single lung. I think it died way too slow for a spine. Or not too slow. I think it died way too fast for a spine shot. I don't know, though. Non-vital organ hit. Maybe it was spine. It looked like a good shot. Yeah, Duff, it happens to everybody. We all mess up some trophies from time to time. It could be stomach. I don't think, though. He was walking slowly. Guess we're about to find out. Excuse me? What? What? Okay, good to know that this wasn't my fault. I think we got screwed over by the game. There's no way it should have hit back there. What just... What? I aimed at the front of the shoulder while he was just walking ever so slowly. There's no way it should have hit back there. It would have been a diamond too. Wow. That should not have happened. That is actually crazy. Well, normally this wouldn't happen, Lamian. This is not exactly something that is normal. It should have hit lung. Because of the angle that he was walking and the distance I led him, should have been no reason that it wouldn't have hit the lung. There's definitely some type of inaccuracy going on there. Because I've taken shots like this hundreds of times and never had an issue with them. Especially with the 308. Maybe, Davis, maybe. Hey, CJO, how's it going? Yeah, I don't understand how that went that far back. I guess this is just a classic case of EW's guns being weird. I don't think that would have made a difference to Legends. It's definitely hit farther back than what it should have. So I think it would have hit to the right regardless. We aimed right here and it hit way back there. With the speed that he was moving, it would have hit right about here if it was going accurately. So I feel like even if I had aimed right here when it stopped moving, it still would have hit there. Because this is definitely a case of the shot going far to the right. I think there was no saving this one, to be honest. Even if we had taken a normal shot, it probably would have done the same thing. Unfortunate. Really unfortunate. But it happens. Sometimes there's just stuff in the game that you can't control. And weird inaccuracies is definitely one of them. Get a quick screenshot and move along. I mean, at least it's a 9. So hopefully that'll respawn as a great one. That'd be amazing. Yeah, something like that, Jackson. I did this back with Red Deer quite a while ago. And basically what I did was I would shoot only level 6 and above until it got to the point where there was not too many of them left. So I'd do 2 or 3 runs doing that, and then I would start shooting all the small ones until I got most of them to come back as at least a level 6, and then I'd repeat the process. Yeah, exactly, Con. I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, I think we're at, like, that would have been diamond number 15 of the grind, so I'm not too worried about the fact that it got messed up. The only thing that I'm worried about is the fact that I didn't have any control over it getting messed up. That's the thing that bugs me. Like, I can take it if it's something that was my fault, but that hit way far to the right of where we aimed, so there was literally nothing I could have done to make that hit where we needed to. That's the type of thing that bugs me. Stuff that I can't control in Call of the Wild. We have males here again? What? Okay, this is crazy. I haven't had a male on that side for like 4 runs. And now we've got a couple. That's crazy. I don't use the 300 for them, Legends. I use 2 308s because it's much faster for grinding. Being able to get 10 shots downrange super quickly is more important to me than the extra power of the 308. Or of the 300. So I use double 308s. Oh gosh, what did he do, Float? Gosh, what did he do? I'll check it on my phone while we do this. Things that bugs you are bugs in the game. Yes, something like that. Exactly, stuff that I can't control. It's one thing if I make a mistake and mess up a trophy, but if the game screws me out of a trophy, then it's a little bit more unfortunate. Because in those scenarios, I have no way to change what happens. It's got my first great one, Black Bear. That's awesome, Logan. Oh gosh, I see what he did. Ugh. Not a good look. Tips for grinding red deer? I would say... let me think. Trying to think of what the updated tips would be for red deer, because they did change them quite a bit. For Whitetail, there's quite a few lakes on the right side that have a lot of red deer. In my experience from hunting them quite a bit, you can typically shoot as many of the stags as you want without it really affecting your zones too much. If you check the Pukimaro lakes, the 2 lakes above them, and the river below, there is a massive amount of them. Hey, Good Karma, how's it going, dude? You missed us messing up a diamond. It was unfortunate. No, Legends. I think that was patched a long time ago, if I'm not mistaken. That's a very old, bug. Is Spirit and Blonde rare for brown bear? I believe they're uncommons, if I'm not mistaken. I think they are an uncommon. Level 3? Okay, we'll leave that guy for now. This is going to be one of those runs where we kill all the big males. And we'll do this for a couple runs, and then we'll start shooting the smaller ones. How long does it take you to get a diamond deer? Well, it's kind of random. There's really nothing that, like, guarantees that you'll get it within a certain amount of kills. A lot of times it is all up to the luck of the draw. I'd say on average, though, roughly 100 buck kills, and you should technically get a diamond within those 100. At least that's the average for a lot of people. Now, something to take into account is that that's just averaged out over an entire grind. So, let's say you kill 1,000 whitetail deer, and you get 10 diamonds. Technically, you'd be averaging 1 diamond per 100 kills. However, what a lot of people don't mention is that sometimes you'll go on streaks of like 300 or 400 without getting a single diamond, and then you'll get like 3 diamonds within the next 100 kills. So there is some variables. It can take quite a while to get that first one, and then you might get a couple others quickly after. Or you could get one every 100. You could even go 1,000 kills with nothing and then get a bunch back to back. It is a pretty random, like, distribution of, like, when you'll end up getting them, but on average, roughly 100 kills seems to be the average of what's needed to get a diamond. Did I get the level 9? Yep, we messed it up, unfortunately. We got screwed over by Call of the Wild. Basically, what we did was, it was walking at like a normal pace, and so I aimed right in front of the shoulder, and it hit intestines somehow. There's absolutely no way it should have hit that far back, so we're kind of like stumped as to why it did that. It's very strange. But it is what it is, you know. Can't really change it, so we just gotta move on and smoke some more bears. Yeah, Eco, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate, dude. Definitely not fun to have that happen. It is what it is, though. Sometimes you can't control what Call of the Wild does. Not the first time I've had a trophy get messed up from the guns being inaccurate. It's rare, but it definitely does happen. Well, yes, Colby, but that's not going to matter. Not with Call of the Wild. As long as you're zeroed properly, that really isn't going to affect it too much. Got a level 2 over there. Oh, man. I wish I could see that one. Nathan, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. Really appreciate it. Bears are not showing up at all. Any tips? Check places you don't normally hunt. Typically, if you're not seeing them, either they're at places you're not checking, or they're arriving to their zone very late. Yeah, I could do that, Hudson. I could do that. And I probably will. That's a 5. Is there anything here that's a high enough level to shoot this run? Definitely not him. Does not really look like it. Seems like these ones are going to be for a later run. Yeah, we'll just go grab that elk, and then we will move to the next zone. If there's an insane what is outsane, I don't even know, bro. You got me stumped there, man. You got me stumped there. Any tips to find the great one, red deer? Well, I mean, there's a couple different things you could do to try and find it. I recommend Tiawaroa as your map to grind. And then as far as what you should do to try and get it, there's a couple different methods that a lot of people use. One of them is just shooting every single stag in sight, and then just hoping that you end up getting the great one. The other method is shooting all of the big males that are level 6 and above, and then once they become, like, so few and far between, kill off all the small ones until you get a bunch of higher level ones again, and then repeat the process. There's a couple different strategies that people use, and both seem to work. Nobody really knows which one works better. Nice burger. Yeah, I've been trying to do earlier streams so they're a little bit more EU friendly, and also to fit my schedule a little bit better. Oh, that is so strange, Catfish. That is really strange, man. I can't say I've ever had that happen. That's definitely an odd bug. Definitely a super odd bug. What gun to use for the red deer great one? I use the 308. I find that the quick follow-up shots that you can take with it is very valuable in a grinding situation like this. If you're going for a red deer, whitetail, black bear, anything that you're trying to grind fast, 308's the way to go in my opinion. Yes, Emerson, the Mosin does still have some accuracy issues at long range. It still shoots slightly low and to the right. But it's really only noticeable past 350 meters. If you're like 300 or below, then it should be completely fine. Well, hello there. Ooh, mythical. Nice. Getting a lot of, oh, another mythical. Oh, another mythical. There's 3 mythicals here. Oh, we gotta be getting close, man. We gotta be getting close to a great one. Look at all these mythicals, and then we have that legendary tons of level 7s. Tanner, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. Really appreciate it. Will you still play Call of the Wild when Way of the Hunter comes out? Oh yeah, of course. Regardless of how good Way of the Hunter is, I'll still play Call of the Wild. It's a staple of the channel. I can't just, like, stop playing it, you know? 8 mythical peaks, indeed. If you press new game on Xbox, do you keep your lodge? Yes, you should keep all your trophies, but that'll be the only thing that stays. Is it worth it to switch over to Tiawaroa? I think so, Jaden. There's so many more red deer there that I think it's worth it. I've always preferred Tiawaroa, but now it's 100% the best of the best map when it comes to grinding. So yes, I do recommend switching over to it. Nice, we got 5 of them down. 5 big males going down on the ground. Oh, he stopped. No, don't do that to me. And we're out. No. All right, let's fast travel up to the other tent. Try to cut some of them off if we can. Oh, man. It really is, Caitlin. I hate that bug. Hey, Sam, how's it going? How you doing, Sam? Hey, don't go. No, don't go back down. No, you can go back down because I don't need you. Where's the other one? That's a 4. That's one we need. Ah. Wow, we actually got that. You know, I'm surprised we were able to thread the needle there. Alright. That went better than I thought it would. Not bad. Just joined. Any diamonds or rares? We messed up a diamond at the beginning of the stream, Jet. Unfortunately, we had some Call of the Wild bugginess happening, and the shot ended up going way farther back than we intended it to. Hey, Apex, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your stay here. All the lakes that I use are shown in all of my Great One grinding videos, Oliver. It'd be a little bit easier than going over them right now. I've got a few different black bear grinding videos that show all the locations that I use. Hey, Deer Killer, thank you, dude. I hope you're having a great day, too. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Hope you've been doing good. Alright, Braden, no worries, man. You know, I suppose I should probably finish my coffee before it gets cold. Nobody likes cold coffee. Unless it's an iced coffee, then it's okay. But cold hot coffee? Well, that didn't make sense. You know what I mean. When you have a hot coffee and it gets cold, nobody likes that. I gotta drink this before it gets cold. That's a max weight estimate 7. Definitely need to take him down. I love how quickly these ones come back. It's quite amazing to be able to just immediately go back to grinding them after you've finished slaughtering the ones up top. Because they just come back so fast. I love it. Alright, that guy gets to live. Yes, I only shoot the males, Hoff Easton. Only the males. I found that shooting the females does more harm than good. It kind of pushes the females into zones you don't want them. Which is, not really the best when you've got some really good spots like this one right here. You want to keep these being all males, or else it just slows down the grind. Yes, I agree, Foster. If you're new to the game, Silver Ridge Peaks is an amazing map to get. It really is an amazing map to get if you're just starting, and even if you've been playing for a while. What's my diamond count? For the grind, 15. Overall, I don't even remember. I don't remember at all. I'm trying to think. I think it's above like 720. I don't know. My codex has been messed up for ages, so I don't even get an accurate count from it. I think I'm roughly over 720. A little bit. Although I can't even speak properly today, so who knows. I think my brain is just moving slow. Why is Ark so confusing? Yeah, it's definitely confusing. That's for sure, Luke. The game's got a lot going on. Lots of different Ingrams, lots of different dinosaurs. Like, Ark is definitely a very convoluted and confusing game if you haven't been playing it for a while. I have 2 circles worth of diamonds. Sure. Yeah. Also, guess what, Sam? I don't know if you saw it or not. I'm pretty sure I posted it, but I got a shiny Rattata. Got a shiny Rattata. Shiny Rattata. So now we both got a shiny one from the last event. Not adopting any more Ark kids. Why not, Hollow? Why not? I thought you enjoyed teaching Ark to people. Where's our mythicals? We had 2. Oh, there's one. I was gonna say we have 2 of them down. Where are they? That's 1. Is this the other mythical here, or did it run that way? Yeah, I did see what you named yours. I did. Oh, there's the other one. 2180. Big males. Now we got a bunch more to claim. And there's still some up the road as well. This location's just beautiful. It's amazing. I love it. I hope so, Tanner. I sure hope so. If I can get the great one within the next week, I will be incredibly happy. And if we get it today, then I don't even know what I'll do. Tell you what, guys, if we end up getting the great one today, I'll turn my face cam on. Since a lot of you have been requesting me to do that. If we get the great one during this stream, face cam will come on while we kill it. How do you have so much money? Exactly what I'm doing right now, Mr. Catfish. I mean, do you see how much money these black bear give? Like 1,400 per bear. It's insane. Oh, another mythical. What? Another one. It just never stops. It never stops. Just mythicals left and right. Yeah, I thought there was 2, Johnny, but I couldn't see him after we got those other 2, so I was like, maybe I just saw 2. But yeah, there was definitely another one. Definitely one more. That is from a different bear, though. Well, it's not a face reveal, Mr. Potato. I've used face cam many times in the past. It's just not something I like doing. Mythicals are going nuts today. They really are. We got mythicals left and right. What gun is the best for a newbie? If you don't want to purchase any DLC, I would say probably the 7 mil. Once you unlock the 7 mil, things get a lot easier. And if you don't mind purchasing DLC, I would say the 308 from the Modern Rifles pack is the way to go. This thing is an absolute monster. There we go. Yeah, Oliver, I remember that. I remember that. I've had some interesting luck with that, though. Like, most of my great ones came at a time I didn't expect it. Oddly enough, like, I think all of my great ones, except 1 or 2, came at a time where I hadn't really shot anything big. That's how I got my first great one, Whitetail. I was on quite a dead streak, actually, and then just out of nowhere, he showed up. So it's not always a matter of lots of big trophies means you're close to a great one. Sometimes you just get a great one out of nowhere. Alright, let's real quickly head to the main menu, then we'll continue our run. And for those that are curious, you jump to the main menu to kind of calm down any of the bears that you've spooked. Because when you go to the main menu, it essentially just puts them back to the calm state. And then they'll continue going back to their zones. Yeah, exactly. Definitely might have to put some more shots into it to make sure it's dead. That one was just surviving everything. I also discovered I now have lots of male bears at this lake. I was wondering where some of mine were going. And it turns out some of them are heading to this lake. So we will have to check this one at some point during this run. We're not going to go there quite yet, though. What is an initial spawn great one? An initial spawn great one is a great one that was on your map when the map was generated. So, like for example, with this update, Expansive Worlds reset all of the maps except for Silver Ridge Peaks. So if somebody opened their game for the first time after the update, jumped onto Layton Lakes, and immediately found a great one without shooting anything, that would be an initial spawn, meaning that they hadn't shot a single thing on their map since it was reset. And I've been lucky enough to get 2 of those in the past. One off of Rancho, one off of Layton. Both after an update that changed the map. Can't find any capes? To be honest, I don't even know where they've moved them. I haven't jumped on Verhonga this entire update. Nice, Cooper. What time do you fallow to your drink on Tiawaroa? I believe it's like, I think 10:30. What's my favorite great one? I like the red deer the best. I think red deer is my favorite. Whitetail is a close second, and then black bear is probably third. Though none of them are bad. Like, I like all of the great ones. But red deer and whitetail I definitely like a little bit more than the bear. But that's purely just because I like antlered game. And so if it's got antlers, then I'm more likely to be a big fan of it. Has there been an update yet? We got an update like a week and a half ago. There's been nothing since then, though. The last update we got was the addition of Rev on Thule Coast. Alright, let's head down here, check to see if there's any big males down at this lake. I haven't been there in probably 5 runs. Oh, they did 0? I did not expect them to do that. I thought they'd leave them on the coastline. What great one would I not like to see? Not counting birds or hares. Raccoon. I don't want to see a raccoon great one. And that's purely because they would be the most terribly difficult thing to grind. Ever since they changed raccoons to class 2 instead of class 1, I just cannot put myself to grind them. I just cannot do it. So I would not want to see a great one raccoon. Unless they made some major changes to their drink times and stuff like that. Would definitely not want to do that. Really want to see a Great One moose with velvet on the antlers, maybe some battle scars. Yeah, that would be cool, Oliver. I've always thought it'd be really cool to see a mule deer with like velvet dangling from its antlers. Because if you guys have ever seen like a deer that is in the midst of shedding its velvet, it looks really cool. And so to see a big non-typical mule deer that's shedding velvet, so you just have velvet draping down off of every tine, that would be the coolest Great One ever. I would be 100% down for something like that. I'd probably grind until I had at least 3 or 4 of them. Because that would just be amazing. Level 4 bear. How's it going, little guy? You get to live. Stop teleporting, though. That was strange. Don't do that. Scaring me. Weird level 3 muley, too. Oh, they do flame? That's interesting. I actually didn't know about that. Is 25 to 35 red deer per run good? Well, it depends on what map you're on. And if you're on PC or console. Because both of those will greatly affect the amount that you can take down. Because obviously, like, using a controller is a little bit slower than using a mouse and keyboard. So if you're on console, the numbers might be a little bit lower than what you would be getting on PC. Unless you're Mel. If you're Mel, then you get more than the PC players, even with a console. Or not a console, but even with a controller. I swear, Mel might be one of the best controller players I've ever seen in Call of the Wild. I think that should be a good shot. That one definitely got it. I'm shooting level 6 and higher beast mode. Would like to see a Seek Deer Great One. That would be cool, Diesel. That's definitely a top 5 for me. Seek Deer would be a cool Great One. Oh gosh, Levi, 7K with a controller. That's wild, man. Yeah, definitely, Jackson. I have definitely found that I am terrible with a controller, but relatively decent with mouse and keyboard. Honestly, though, I think part of that is just the experience. I've played on PC for a good majority of my life, and so it's much easier for me to use a keyboard and mouse than it would be a controller. I think that's partially just because I've done it more. Back when I did play console, I wasn't really super competitive with my gaming, so I kind of just casually played. So that could also be a reason why I'm not super great with a controller. But I think in general it is difficult to use a controller versus mouse and keyboard. With mouse and keyboard, you have a lot more precision. Little level 2 bear. Next map, the African Desert. That would be cool, man. I want to see Africa 2.0 really badly. I hope they bring it into the game. Yeah, DeAndre, I do remember you. Want to see a fallow Great One? Me too, Nathan. Fallow deer would be an amazing Great One. Would probably be one of the more impressive looking Great Ones. Because, I mean, you could make that thing huge. You could make that thing an absolute giant. Hey, Dino, you missed us messing up a level 9 due to Call of the Wild being weird. We took a shot at a walking level 9 black bear. It was walking very slowly. Roughly 300 meters out. We aimed at the very front of the shoulder blade. You'd think that it would fall right back into the lung, right? Well, apparently no. Apparently that was an intestine shot. So, yeah, we ended up messing up one that really should not have got messed up. So, yeah, that's how our day is going. But we found 3 mythicals shortly after, so I feel like things are looking up in the grind. Yeah, definitely, Jackson. Are you only shooting males? Yes, only shooting the males. And right now I'm only shooting level 6 and higher. And so far it's been pretty good. Actually, I take that back. It's not just level 6 and higher. It's also the level 5s that have the up to 227 weight. Because those are close enough to a level 6. It's basically the middle weight estimate and the high weight estimate I'm shooting. So like this guy right here. We're still going to blast him because he is a decent weight estimate. Yeah, definitely catfish. I think they would. I don't know if we'll ever get feeders. Alright, later, Johnny. Nice, Tian. What do you think of a moose multi-mount with a goose on its paddle? That would be hilarious, Caleb. That would be hilarious. I hope EW does some more of those kind of like funny multi-mounts. Kind of like the raccoon and gator one. I'd like to see some more stuff like that. The goofy stuff is kind of cool. What do you mean, Jaquise? I do. I respond to the comments all the time, but you gotta think. The channel's got hundreds of videos. And I get comments on the old videos as well as the new videos, so I get hundreds of comments every day. It would be impossible for me to respond to every single one of them. I respond to the ones that I'm able to, but between grinding, streaming, recording, editing, and trying to respond to comments, it can be difficult to respond to all of them, you know? It's almost impossible for me to respond to even half of them. Typically, I try to respond to at least the first ones that come through after a video goes live, but after that, it can be difficult. Because along with, you know, replying to the comments, I also have a ton of other stuff I gotta do throughout the day in order to keep the videos and the streams going. It's not as easy as just responding to a comment, you know. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that goes on behind the scenes as well when it comes to creating the videos. It's a pretty lengthy process, believe it or not. I'd say on average I end up spending probably 5 hours on a video. Roughly 2 hours to 3 hours recording, a couple hours editing and making the thumbnail. And then I spend like 2 hours streaming. Spend a lot of time off camera grinding for the Great One. And so you can see why it might be a little bit difficult to respond to every comment that comes through. But I try my best, any of them as I can at least. Did we pick up that 6? I actually don't remember. Got the Great One Bear? Nice, Henry. Yeah, exactly, Nate. I also have to balance it with family life as well. Yes, Mr. Catfish. YouTube is my full-time job. There we go. Little level 7, 1990. Not bad. Did they add a new gun? Unfortunately, no, they did not. We got a brand new waterfowl layout blind. Other than that, that was the only new thing. Thought they patched the 22 glitch? No, Caleb, they didn't. The 22 trick is still a thing. You just can't do it with the AR. The 22 AR, it does not work with for some reason. Nobody really knows why. Just for some reason it doesn't. What is that behind it? Is that another bear? It might be. I gotta back up farther so we can actually get the grass to de-render. Oh, it's a... Oh my gosh, he's huge. Is that a diamond level 4 pronghorn? That actually might be. That might be a diamond level 4 pronghorn. Holy. I hope it is. It's probably gonna fall short, but On that off chance it makes it, that would be amazing. No males here, though, for bears. Last run I had a couple males here, but it seems like it's just females this time. Unfortunate. I mean, we got a really cool, pronghorn to go check out, though. No, Dalton, this was actually my first ever job, which is kind of crazy to think about. Never would have expected it. What was the rating? Not sure, Carter. Wait, rating of what? Hey, John, how's it going? How you doing? Should add a great one, Pronghorn. That would look cool, Karma. That would look cool. But yeah, as I was saying, I actually was lucky enough to really not have to get a normal job until YouTube. For the most part, I was living off of money that I had saved up from inheritances until about a couple months before I started doing YouTube. I jumped on making videos for YouTube because of the pandemic. I figured there's not really anything else for me to do. I got to do something to keep myself busy. And so I started up YouTube. And after a while, I ended up having a bit of a breakthrough with the content when a lot of new people came to the channel. And from then on, it just really gave me the motivation to continue making lots of videos. And eventually the channel became what it is today. And you know what's crazy to think? As terrible as 2020 was, and as much as it was just bad for a lot of people, the one good thing that came out of it was the fact that it pushed me to start YouTube. And now I've got literally the dream job that I've wanted my entire life ever since I was like 13. And I get to share all of my adventures on Call of the Wild with all of you. And so regardless of how bad 2020 was, it's the whole reason that this channel is even a thing. Put a tent on the other side of the lake. I would catfish, but I've kind of got them used up. I had to remove a tent from one of my other ones just to get it here. Yeah, fum. True. Yesterday's stream was crazy. I still don't even know, like, how we managed to get it to that many viewers. That was crazy. Not really, Sonaldo. I started YouTube in 2020. Now, I had uploaded videos before, but it was just like random things that I did with my friends when I was younger. And all those videos are privated now because obviously they weren't like serious videos, and I want the channel to be Call of the Wild, at least hunting and fishing games only. I guess technically I did start my YouTube channel before 2020, but it wasn't like Call of the Wild related, and I wasn't actually trying back then. Now I'm actually doing Call of the Wild content and care about the quality and stuff like that. Well, let's see. Is this guy gonna be a diamond? I think it's got a chance. Nope. Nope. It's a gold. That's a big gold, though. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't make it. This looked like it should have. Man, that's unfortunate. It is what it is, though. Back to the black bear grinding. You think they should make it so you can place down more tents? I'd like that. I think bringing it up to 20 would be cool. Right now, the limit is, I believe, 16? If they brought it up to 20, that would be good. I'd be okay with that. I don't think it would really, like, make things too much easier, I guess. But it would give us enough tents to where we don't have to sacrifice having tents at a good location to put it at another good location. I'd be down with it. Curious if they will increase it at some point. Almost everything EW does is based off of feedback from the community, so if you guys want them to up the limit on tents, that's something that we should be telling them. Any diamonds thus far? Technically yes, but we messed it up. Unfortunately, we got screwed over by Call of the Wild. We aimed at the front of the shoulder, on a level 9 bear. It was doing like a normal speed walk, walking relatively slow. So we aimed at the front of the shoulder, expecting it to just fall back into the lung. And it went clear back to the intestines somehow. So we're almost certain that there had to have been something wrong with the accuracy of that shot. Like, for some reason, it just went far to the right. Not exactly sure what happened. It's kind of hard to even know. But it definitely didn't hit where it should have. And because of that, we are now 1 diamond less than what we would have been. It was a very unfortunate situation. That's a male. That's a male bear. Not big enough to shoot, though. That guy gets to live 1 more run. Oh, living room is windows? Really, Hollow? That's crazy. That is crazy. I don't think I've ever been anywhere that has, like, an entire room made of windows. That's crazy. Another 5? So is this just where all the small males hang out? I think we have found where the small males live. John, thank you for the super sticker. Really appreciate it, dude. Hope you've been doing good. Also, have you been enjoying the Ark server? I forgot to ask if you enjoyed it. The settings and stuff I got on there. Oh! Ah! Oh my gosh! Hey, level 5! That would be a respawn from the random pronghorn that I've been shooting every time I go down here. This is why it pays off to shoot just random stuff while you're hunting. That is insane. We've got a massive level 5, actually. That is huge. Alright, let's not risk this. Wait for him to stop completely before we take the shot. Oh my gosh. Level 5 pronghorn. My gosh. You know what's crazy? I think I've got more diamonds of other species during this grind than I have of bears. Because every time I go to a lake and there's not a bear to shoot, I just blast like 3 or 4 other animals that are there. And we've actually got quite a few diamond and rare turkeys from it, as well as a couple bighorn. And I ended up getting a rare mule deer as well. All that will be in videos in the future. But this is the first pronghorn trophy that I've got from it. Alright, let's shoot up. Try to get his attention. Oh, they're still going. There we go, we got him. Amazing. Oh, gosh. Ow. Rude. That one's pretty much a guaranteed diamond, by the way. I think this is pretty much a guaranteed diamond pronghorn. This grind has really produced a lot of good stuff. Hey, Caden, I am 24. Oh, she's hitting your tames. Sounds about right, John. Sounds about right. Ah, I could try Oliver. Small male. There you go. It's the only time I'm doing it. Oh, that's not good, Maddie. That's not good at all. Grind is paying off. Just smoked my first diamond black bear. That's awesome, Kells. That's awesome. Keep on going, man. Maybe the great one will be next. You never know. Oh, it was a 7 that hit us. We actually do need to take this guy down. That guy actually does need to go down. Let's see. Is this a diamond? It should be. That definitely looks like diamond horns to me. That's the heart horns again, I think. Oh no, it's a troll. It's a troll. Man, that's rough. I didn't think that would troll at all. Wow. What made that troll? Maybe the hooks aren't good enough? I mean, they hook kind of forward. Interesting. Okay, so that's a shocker. We actually got a troll. I thought for sure it would be a diamond. Kane, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. Really appreciate it. Awesome shot. Have I missed anything else? Yeah, we messed up a diamond black bear earlier. As of now, that's the only thing that you've missed. Yeah, this is unfortunate, guys. I didn't think it would troll. Oh, well. Moving on, I guess. That's unfortunate. Thought for sure it would make it. That is, like, incredibly shocking. Troll, oof, indeed. Yeah, Archie. Quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. How you doing, though? Glad you could make it. Gunner, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. Really appreciate the support. Should I get the Mississippi Acres DLC? I don't know. Mississippi is one of those maps that I'm not really sure whether or not to recommend it or not. It's fun, some good stuff. The gray fox is definitely a cool species, and so are the gators. The raccoons are fun at times. The 22 Hornet's a great rifle. But the map itself, I see a lot of people not really enjoying it, so I don't know if I would recommend Mississippi or not, unless you really want to go for some gators or fox. It's definitely not this black bear map. A lot of people don't seem to like the story missions either. So that one is really dependent on what you enjoy. If you like small game hunting, it's a great map. If you enjoy the gators, it's a good map to get. But it definitely is not at the top of the list for whitetail or black bear, sadly. But if you can get it on sale, then that's a for sure buy. Oh no, Frosty, that's rough, man. I don't even have a Mellow Mountain goat. I would have been so sad to lose that. To this day, I have never seen one. Nice, we got a level 6 up here, and a 3. Let's take this level 6 down. There we go. Yeah, YouTube has been having some issues. The stream itself is fine, it's just YouTube being weird. As always, gotta love it. Yes, Sonaldo, it happens to everybody, man. You could be the best player in all of Call of the Wild, and you'll still mess up a diamond from time to time, because not everything is in your control with Call of the Wild. There are definitely a lot of situations where you mess up a trophy because the game did something weird, like the animal teleporting back a step or two, or the shot not hitting where you aimed. Like, there's always something that can throw you off, even if you're the best player in the world. To be honest, I don't really watch sports, Ryder. I used to watch football, but I haven't recently. Never really been a fan of hockey or baseball. Watched a little bit of basketball, but not a ton. That is... Wait a minute, there's a zone here? Okay, so we're gonna have to go clear over there to get this guy to render in. We definitely need to take him out, though, because he's the proper weight. Maybe, Colton, that would be crazy, man. Yeah, I could see that, Catfish. I could definitely see that opinion. It definitely is very thick in the trees and stuff. And that does make it difficult to grind stuff. For sure. Not really, DeAndre. Like I said, I don't really watch sports. The only thing I ever watched was the NFL. Oh, it did, Gunner? That's unfortunate. Didn't you ask about Mississippi? Oh, yeah, you asked about Mississippi. Personally, I don't recommend it. Mainly because if you're not into small game or gators, the map probably will not appeal to you. It's got a pretty good gun with it, the 22 Hornet. But I think the map as a whole, it just doesn't have as much as it needs for long-term enjoyability. It's not a good black bear map. It's not a good whitetail map. So Great One grinders aren't going to like it. And as far as like the story missions go, a lot of people don't like the story because it has too much politics intertwined into it. I haven't played the story myself, so I don't really know if that's true, but that's what I've heard. So I'd say that your enjoyment of Mississippi will greatly depend on if you like small game. If you like small game hunting, it's a good map. If you don't like small game hunting, it's just an okay map. I wasn't drinking only during the day pools. They have different drink zones for different times of the day. Hannah, thank you so much for the membership renewal. 7 months as a member. You are the... I unfortunately don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, but thank you. I appreciate it. Always get me so hyped to play. Well, that's awesome to hear. That is awesome to hear. Nice, a level 6. Okay. We got a level 6. Where did it go? Where did it go? Hello? Oh, there it is. I think the AR update ruined some of the Call of the Wild maps. It made Raccoons level 2 and made Virhonga and Rancho feel empty. I don't know. I think it actually made Virhonga better. I mean, a lot of stuff was along the coastlines in easy-to-hunt locations. I can agree with the raccoons, though. I was really upset that they changed the raccoon class. I felt like they were great at class 1. Being able to shoot them with the 22 LR and birdshot was a lot more realistic than what it is now, where you have to shoot them with the 243 or the 223. Like, I've never seen anybody in real life shoot a raccoon with a 243. Never in my life, and I've been around raccoons like my entire life. As someone who grew up on a chicken farm, we had raccoon problems all the time. And you don't really shoot them with 243s. That's a bit overkill. 22 LR is the way to go for them in real life. That's what everybody I knew used. 22 LR, couple people used birdshot. So it has always seemed strange to me that Call of the Wild decided to make them class 2. Where you can't use the 22 LR or birdshot. Just has always seemed strange to me. Working on the Great One grind for Black Bear. Great One, what would you recommend for it? Like, in what? What do you mean, DeAndre? Like, what would I recommend for what? The guns you use? The locations you hunt? How to hunt them? What levels to shoot? Like, what are we talking about here? I need a little more specific, question. How's Rev on Thule? Rev on Thule is amazing, Arvid. That is a top 3 map in my opinion. For me, Rev on Thule is my second favorite map. Just behind Te Awaroa and just barely above SRP. It did, Caleb. I don't know why. I'm assuming it's a bug. Because there definitely should be icons for the tripods, but for some reason they're not showing up. So I'm assuming it's a bug. It really depends on how much hunting I do, Jacques. I mean, each of these bears gives around 1,000 to 1,400, depending on the level, so... Killing a couple hundred a day, you can imagine how much it makes, but then I also spend quite a bit on ammo for different weapons and stuff like that, so... To be honest, I really don't keep track of how much money I make per day off of bears. I just hunt them and hope for a great one. Hey, Ty, you missed a troll, pronghorn, and us messing up a diamond black bear. Me too, Cody. That would be a crazy super rare to get. That would be a beautiful super rare. No males. Quite unfortunate. This lake has always been very hit or miss for me with males. It's sometimes 1 or 2 males, sometimes no males, sometimes 7 males. It's very random. Very random. Exactly, Eli. That's how it is for me as well. Is the 22 LR better than the Hornet? I wouldn't say either of them is better than the other. It really comes down to personal preference. The 22 LR fires faster and holds more ammo. but it also has more bullet drop, and it can't take class 2 animals. It's limited to class 1. The 22 Hornet can take class 1 and 2. It has less ammo than the 22 LR, but it's got a much flatter bullet trajectory, and then it also makes more noise. So, really comes down to what you value more. For Revontuli Coast, I like using the 22 Hornet, because the waterfowl is a lot faster than it used to be, so having that faster bullet seems to be worth it in my opinion. But then for some maps, I'll use the 22 LR. It's pretty map specific for me as to which one I pick. Need duck species on Mississippi? I agree, Jackson. If they had a couple duck species, I think that'll help the map a lot. Recommend Revontuli over Rancho for a Great One grind? I don't know yet. I'd say they're pretty equal. I think I still am going to lean more towards Rancho. But Revontuli is definitely a good option for Great One grinding. It's better than Layton, and it's better than Mississippi. So at the very minimum, it's at least close to Rancho's caliber of a Great One grinding map. Which, in my opinion, that's enough to make it a safe bet for a Great One grind if you want to do it. I don't think you'll be, like, losing out on any time by hunting there for it. Between Revontuli and Rancho, they're both great. It's hard to pick. Just from the little I've seen on Revontuli, it seems like it's pretty equal to Rancho. What do you think the next map will be? I'm gonna say Africa 2.0. It's been a long request in the community, so if they don't do it soon, I don't know if we'll ever get it. I feel like it's gotta come soon. Everybody wants it. I don't know why we haven't got it. But to be honest, I thought Revontuli would be, I thought they would release Africa 2, but instead they released Revontuli Coast, which I'm happy they did because I really like the map, but I'm still shocked that it wasn't Africa 2.0. Alright, later BP, thanks for dropping in, dude. Appreciate you stopping by. It looks like all females there. You know, I really feel like if we're going to get the Great One, I think we're going to get it at this lake down here. This has been our best lake every single run from the beginning of this grind. If we don't get the Great One there, I'll be very surprised. Incredibly surprised. Not sure, Maddie. Not sure. I still feel like they should have albino black bear. It's a real thing in real life, so... always wondered why it's not in game. Maybe one of these days. People have always played like that, Kun. The M1 has been a thing for a while, so... the ARs did not ruin the playstyle. You gotta look at, like, the other stuff in the game as well. The M1 and the ARs are virtually the same in their performance and also the way that people hunt with them, so I don't think it ruined the game at all. Oh, we're past bear time. You know, that might explain why we're not seeing as much now. But yeah, the M1 and the 308, they kill the same speed. Even though the stats say they're different, they're basically identical. They fire at pretty much the same rate. The only difference is there's slightly more recoil on the M1. So if you're gonna say the AR pack ruined the game, then you're basically saying that the M1 ruined the game over 1.5 to 2 years ago. Or actually over 2 years at this point. Like, I don't think it would have ruined the game. I don't think it's changed it much at all. I mean, even the M1 still gets picked over the 308 from time to time. I know quite a few people that use the M1 still, instead of using the 308. What's my favorite Great One variant? I like the Glacier Bear and the Spirit Bear the best. And then the Chestnut's a close third. Hello, turkeys. Looking beautiful as ever. You know, I just thought of something that could be interesting. One of these days, we should try to get an entire turkey flock to turn into light browns. That could be interesting. Since they're roughly the same rarity as the normal commons, I think it could be kind of interesting to try and get an entire group of turkeys, or even every turkey on the map, to turn into a light brown. Could be kind of a fun little, like, a side project as I'm grinding. Just take out any turkey that's not a light brown in hopes that it will turn into one. Was I surprised that they added a Great One Black Bear? A little bit, yeah. I was expecting it to be a fallow deer or a moose. The fact that it was black bear blew my mind. But I'm not mad at it. I kind of like it. I think they did well with it. For me, it's always been about what the Great One looks like and not necessarily the species. And I think they did justice to the black bear with this one. They gave the black bear Great One a pretty good look. So I'm relatively happy with it. Alright, later, DeAndre. Later. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, that's the glacier bear I'm talking about, Sam. That glacier bear, the one that has kind of like the Call of Duty Ghosts look to it, that's my favorite. It looks really good. An absolutely beautiful bear. Okay, there's the 7 we need to take out. Do we have any more that are the proper weight? Oh, mythical. Wait. When did we shoot that? Huh? Wait. That means there was a 4th mythical last run. That's the one that was the 3rd one that we shot. We claimed the one up there. And then we claimed the 2 that were dead. That would have been 3. That guy had only 25% health. That means that that was a 4th one from the last run. I didn't even see him. I knew that seemed a little bit off. Interesting. I mean, I'll take it. That's another beautiful mythical down for the grind. Love to see it. Yes, not the best. It would be YouTube. Because the stream should look fine. YouTube's been having quite a few issues today, unfortunately. Kane, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. Really appreciate it. Any advice for killing yotes on Layton? Ooh, that's one field where I don't have much to tell you, sadly. I know a little bit about yotes on Rancho, but not Layton. That's something I've avoided since the beginning of this game. Never had good luck with them, so I've just avoided them. Need a Great One turkey? That would be interesting. I wish I could be Mr. Potato, but sadly I can't subscribe to myself. It's not a thing on YouTube. Isn't it weird that I can become a member to my own channel, but I can't become a subscriber to my own channel? Always found that interesting. It's very, very interesting the way YouTube has it set up. Finally got my diamond whitetail on Revontuli. Nice, Hamper. That's awesome. Congratulations on your diamond. Hopefully it was a big male. Let's head over here, I think. Yeah, me too, Float. I definitely have some that I would prefer to get, but I'll be happy with any Great One. Regardless of what fur type I end up getting. A Great One's a Great One, you know? It's cool regardless of which one you get. Since there's no males, let's just take down a mule deer. Hopefully get a good respawn out of that guy. Thoughts on a great one, bighorn sheep? I think currently the bighorn sheep are already a little bit too big. So I don't know if that would really work. Because currently the bighorn sheep diamonds have way too much curl. And I think it would be difficult to make a great one out of them. Because they already look a bit larger than what they should. What do I think the next great one will be? Well, I think it's probably going to be moose. I think the entire community would rage if it wasn't moose. Though I definitely prefer a mule deer or a blacktail. Or a fallow deer. I think it's going to be moose, pretty much guaranteed now. Do you get a... that's an exploit, Texas. That is an exploit. It's a bug, it's not intended. So I would not recommend doing it. It's just going to get people looking at you as somebody that will take advantage of bugs. And that's not really a good look in the community. Most people are against the use of bugs to get better trophies. So I don't recommend doing anything like that. It's not a good look. Great one, largemouth bass on the angler. That would be awesome, Buck Hunter. I hope they have something equivalent to great ones. They've said that they want to be able to have like rare fish and stuff. So, and I believe they might have mentioned that being a thing from day one. I can't remember. Do you guys remember what they said in the kind of like dev interview they did for the angler? Did they say rare fish were in the game at launch, or did they say that they want to add them? I can't remember which one it was. If I'm not mistaken, I think they said that they want to eventually add it, but they haven't yet. Nice potato. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. YouTube being weird today. Because, like, I'm running at roughly 7,500 bitrate right now. It shows that it's going through fine. No dropped frames, so any type of quality issues are on YouTube's end at the moment, which is unfortunate. It is what it is, though. I know, right, Archie? I know, right? Seems like people can't get their minds off of them. Killed a Mocha Moose, turned around, seen a Diamond Sika. Nice, Minecraft Pro, that's awesome. Now that's the way to get a diamond, man. Missions have led to some pretty cool trophies for me as well. I feel like missions always give some good stuff. Yeah, we don't talk about exploits on the channel, guys. We do not talk about anything that could be considered an exploit in the chat. If it's not intended by the developers, then we don't do it. Level 5, okay. Not big enough to shoot this run. Two. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, nothing here to shoot this run. Hopefully, two fawns will have something. How many hours a day do I grind for bear? Anywhere from 7 to 10 right now. I'm trying extra hard to get this great one as quick as I can. Because the longer it takes for me to get it, the less motivated I am to grind for it. So I'm trying to get this accomplished within the first couple weeks. But it is proving to be difficult. Bailey, thank you so much for the 11 months as a member. Much appreciated. Welcome back to the channel. Hope your day has been going great. That him? Yeah, it's him. Well, we're gonna have to try a weird angle here. Because this guy is just not turning for us. Hey, he's going down. I love how we can make that shot, but we can't make the one on that diamond. Love to see it. Yeah, Nanzo, I hope we are. I really hope we're close to it. It shouldn't be, Tilsy. It should be the same on PC and console. However, I have noticed that different reserves seem to kind of change up what loading screens you see more often. And kind of like the outpost that you're traveling to as well. What are my thoughts on an Australia map? If it's a combination of Pickabeen Bay and Bushrangers Run, then I'd be okay with it. As long as it's not all desert. I don't like the whole, like, desert part of Australia maps. I like the jungle when it comes to like an Australia-based location. So if it has some of the jungle parts of Australia in it, I'd definitely be down for that. I just want to be able to hunt stuff like sambar and rusa deer and bantang, things like that. If they have those species on an Australia map, I'd be down for it. Kevin, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the Scare Crew. Enjoy the green name and chat, special badge icon, all the awesome emotes, ability to use commands, access private Discord channels once you link Discord to YouTube, and access to my scrapped content on the channel. Really appreciate it. Welcome. Great one, Turkey. That would be interesting, Brad. That would be interesting. Where did Hunter go? Hunter. There he is. What's the hardest diamond to get? I'd say Red Fox probably now. It used to be Lynx, but with Revontuli, they're a little bit easier to find. So I'd say Red Fox is the most difficult. How did I get all those bears over there? Are you talking about right here at Tufons? They're always here for me. Tufons has always been loaded. Exactly, Benjamin. Exactly. What is latent bear drink time? 20. 20 should be the start of the time for them. It's fine, Texas. It's fine, man. But yes, just know that that is a bug. It's not intended, so that's something that we don't talk about, because we don't want to promote people abusing a bug. Unfortunately, some other content creators aren't quite as vigilant about not abusing bugs, so sadly it's going to get out. But it is what it is. Red Fox are easy to find in Yukon now. Are they? I had heard there was like one lake that was really good, but I didn't know that it was like that good. I mean, we might have to check it out soon. Kind of see what the changes are. Because as of now, I really only know what you guys have told me when it comes to Yukon. Have not been on there much. Yeah, Murphy, at first I didn't either, and then after I was hunting the rest of the map, they started showing up there. So I don't know. At first I definitely did not have any at Tufons, but then they've slowly just started showing up there. At one point I was getting like 7 males at that lake. Now I'm only getting 1 to 2. Or like 1 to 3, I guess. Come on, give us the great one. Yeah, no problem, Gary. No problem. Level 3. What a small male. What a small male. Alright, nothing here to shoot. Let's go to this lake. It's probably gonna have something. I would check some of the other spots on your map then, Neo. If they've started disappearing, I'd check other spots. No, Bailey, it's not intended. Yeah, Sam. Alright, let's start smoking all of these elk. Because it seems like they are the only thing here at the moment that is worth taking down. Ooh, that was a shot and a half. Oh, hey there, buddy. Nice. That actually worked. 12 That is hilarious, Float, but that's mean. That's funny, but mean. Was Blacktail time? It should be 16:30. Where was... was there nothing right here? Maybe the elk are further over. There they are. Love to see it. Dead elk everywhere. It's a beautiful sight. I really hope that one of these comes back as a diamond. Or an albino. If we could get a diamond or an albino, that would be amazing. Is that a different 7? No, that couldn't be, right? Unless it's from a previous run. No, that must have been him. I guess he just ran back there. Is Rebon the best map for Whitetail now? I don't think it's the best, but I think it is the second best. I still prefer Rancho del Arroyo, but Rebon is a solid Whitetail map. Definitely a good one. Imagine you screw up your great one. Oh gosh, that'd be terrible. That's exactly why I'm excessively careful with great ones, though. Because I don't ever want to have to be in that position where I mess up a great one. Where did this guy run? Couldn't have been too far, right? Maybe it did go further than I thought. How can you tell if a black bear is male or female? By looking at the level and the name and stuff like that, like the top right. It shows you right there. If you look at the top right, once you pick up a track or spot something, it'll have a pink icon if it's a female, blue icon if it's a male, with the appropriate symbol along with it. Having a blast hunting whitetail and Rebon Thule. It is pretty fun, Evan. It is pretty fun. I've been enjoying it as well. Can you grind for a great one on Finland? I probably will once we get this black bear. Once we get the black bear great one, I do plan to try and go for another whitetail on Rebon Thule and also another red deer on Tiawaroa. Oh, really, Wyatt? Well, I guess that's a nice surprise for you. What do you mean, Ult? I've never had problems with brush or with bobcats. I'm curious what brush you're talking about, because I don't hunt the brushy lakes. The reason Rancho is so good is because you don't have to hunt every lake in order to have a successful grind. I only hunt the good lakes, and I have had a couple different great ones off of it. Even with the changes they made, it's still just as good of a map as it was before for Whitetail. I only hunt the main lakes in the middle, which is La Hacienda, Bosque Alto, Ghost Lake, and then the small lake down in the bottom right, which I believe that one doesn't have Whitetail anymore, but still, just hunting those 3 main lakes in the middle, you get plenty of Whitetail for a grind. And I have never had any issues with bobcats at all. Never had issues with bobcats. Oh no, Sam. That poor bison. That reminds me of that bear that stood up right as we shot the other day. Oh man. To be honest, I don't really pay attention to guides, Mike. I don't watch guides because, as a content creator, I feel like it's better to just find it myself. Ah! Another one! Another one! This method is insane! Herd management is working like crazy. Like this whole shooting the male, or the high-level males for a couple runs, and then shooting the low-level males to get more high-level males, and then shooting high-level males for a couple more runs. It's working so well. Legendary number 2 of the day. At this point, guys, I think we have had a legendary on 8 of the last 10 runs. That is just absurd. My gosh, I don't even know what to say. That's insane. Yes, Sam, definitely. Definitely. Oh, man. He's not gonna give us a good shot, though, from what I can tell. We're gonna have to jump out, probably. Oh, he's moving. He's moving. Let's get him spotted again. There we go. He's going down. Level 9 going down. Beautiful. Love to see it, man. Love to see it. Oh my gosh. How many more can we get? Alright, it looks like that's gonna be it. That's awesome. I can't believe we got another one. That is insane. I mean, anything could be a troll potato, but there's no way to tell with a black bear. If you guys didn't know, score estimates don't really tell you whether it's a diamond or a rare, or not a rare, but it doesn't really tell you if it's a diamond or a troll unless the estimate is below diamond. That's the only way to tell, because it can literally hit anywhere in between that estimate, provided that's a feasible score that that species could hit. As long as the estimate is above the diamond potential, it could be a diamond. So with a black bear, considering it has no antlers to judge off of, there's no way to know if it's going to be a troll or a diamond until you pick it up. Unless the top end of the score estimate is below diamond. Is this him right here? I don't remember if this is him. I think this isn't. Oh, it is. Holy, 2320. That's our diamond. Beautiful. Oh gosh, it did it again. Okay, so I'm not crazy, guys, right? Like, it did the same thing as that other one. So for those that were saying the reason it hit so far back was because we were at 300 meters, what explanation do you have for this? This was 150, 0 to 150. We aimed right here, it still hit way back there. We aimed clear up here at the top of the shoulder, or front of the shoulder, and it still went clear back to the liver. If we hadn't taken that second shot and hadn't barely clipped the liver, things could have been bad. Things could have been bad. Wow. Also, I think my chat might be behind. I think my chat is behind because all the messages are showing up late for me. YouTube's being weird today, guys. What is going on with my YouTube chat? It is so far behind. Or maybe my stream is just has a delay on it because chat messages are showing up like 20 seconds after something happens. Oh, well, I definitely wouldn't take a walking shot on the great one catfish. I know, Tall Socks, it was interesting. We got it, though. We got another diamond. Yeah, that was definitely weird. It hit really far back. Strong wind physics and curvature of the Earth. Maybe. Well, that doesn't matter, Luke. What I'm talking about is like, it seems like the chat messages are very delayed. Like, I killed the black bear, and then it took like 25 to 30 seconds to see messages in the chat about the fact that it had made diamond. So I do think YouTube is being weird with the delay. It really is, Potato. It really is being weird. YouTube's being very strange. Okay, yeah. My wife just came upstairs and said that YouTube is about a minute behind. She refreshed it and everything, and it's still like a minute behind. So, I don't know what's up with YouTube. Something's going wrong with it. I think YouTube's just being weird, guys. That's unfortunate. Well, we still got this big mail. Even with YouTube being weird and the chat being delayed. Very strange how YouTube's acting today. But it is what it is. Still got a beautiful diamond bear. Hey, Mecha, how's it going? And also, I guess, considering it's being so delayed, apologies if my replies to your guys' messages are delayed. It definitely seems like YouTube is having some major issues, and for some reason, everything is super behind. I don't think so, Tallboy. At that range, that shouldn't matter at all. Typically, it would only hit that far back at a farther distance, and we were within 150. I think you underestimate how quickly a bullet travels in Call of the Wild. My whole point is that it's hitting farther back than it should. Of course, it's going to hit a little bit farther back than where I aimed because it was walking. But it shouldn't hit that far behind. That's my point. My point is that it should not be hitting that far back. It's going to hit a little further back than where I aim, but it shouldn't travel from the front of the shoulder clear back to the liver at only 150 meters when it was just barely moving. That's my point. What time are you hunting? We're currently at 18:30, but you can hunt anywhere from 15:30 to 20:30 and have good luck with black bear. They're pretty plentiful throughout that time. Alright, later, Hollow. Thanks for dropping in. Blake, thank you for the super chat, dude. You aimed further back, just rewind, you hit good. Did I? I could have swore I aimed at the front of the shoulder. Maybe I'm wrong. To be honest, it's kind of hard to tell when you're in the moment trying to take down a diamond. So maybe I did aim further back than what I thought. but it still feels like it's hitting way farther back than it should. It's pretty easy to do, Nate. You don't really need a full video talking about it to, I guess, understand how to do it. I can explain it to you right here. Basically, what I'm doing is for, you know, 2 or 3 runs, I'll shoot only level 6 and above. And then once it gets to the point where I'm not seeing a lot of level 6s or higher, then I start shooting all of the ones below level 6 in hopes that some of them will become at least a level 6. And then after doing 1 run of shooting the small ones, I go back to shooting the big ones. So that's essentially the method. And if you guys want, I guess I could make a YouTube short talking about it. Maybe I could just clip what I just mentioned here in the stream and use that as a short. Barely moving. Oh my gosh, Philip. The puns. The puns are beautiful. I love it. Love the puns. I think there's a bear we missed. I think there's at least one more we didn't pick up. Blacktail still drink at 1630. What's my least favorite gun? The bolt action 223. What are the rares for ducks? Oh gosh, there's a lot of them. Leucistic, and it also depends on the species. Some duck species have rares that others don't, but I'm just gonna kinda generalize it. Depending on the duck species that you're after, you can get albinos, leucistics, eclipses, different variations of hybrids, melanistics. A lot of cool stuff. I guess we already got all of the bears from here. Alright, well, let's check this lake. It's been a bit since we've been here. Honestly,